So if you've been living under a rock, no pun intended, you might have saw a video where that person was able to scan Pokemon packs with a CT scanner, finding out the exact card that's in the pack. Now, this sent the whole Pokemon community in uproar. People thought that this was going to be the end of the world, similar to when blue-haired liberals found out that Donald Trump was going to be the president.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For serious Indian mafia, please don't kill me, that's a joke.
This was something that a lot of people were fearing. And here's the kicker. Not one, not two, not three, but possibly like dozens of people already were doing this at the exact same time and were aware that this was possible. And to be honest, I was already aware that this was going to happen a long time ago. Given how technology has advanced, it was only a matter of time before this was possible. So recently, I did make a video covering this situation, and my main takeaway was I didn't think this was going to impact the sealed market or anything. I don't think it was going to ruin opening booster packs as a whole, because again, not every scammer is going to be able to afford a $10,000 scanner when all they have to really do is weigh packs. It's so much more affordable. You don't really have to have any prior knowledge or knowing how to code or how CT scanners actually work, because it's a very strenuous process. You have to be very smart and actually have a lot of knowledge in order to work those things. So I thought after that, everything was going to be fine. It's the end of the saga. Nobody's going to care about the CT scanner anymore. But apparently not. So recently, OKJLove released a video. I really highly recommend you go checking him out. So essentially, a person that was making these CT scanners reached out to OKJLove and showed him a lot of videos on how the process works and some more examples. And not only were they able to find Pokemon cards, but they were also able to find One Piece cards as well, which One Piece is very, very popular right now. I actually started collecting very recently as well. But regardless, pretty much any TCG you could think of, they could scan. And I feel one of the more scarier ones is how they could scan signed cards from sports boxes, which again holds so much more value than Pokemon cards as a whole due to obvious reasons. As you see here, they tried scanning Lorcana as well, which was again successful. And I'm pretty sure they also tried Magic the Gathering, but I think they couldn't really do it too well. So I'm not too sure what's up with that. I guess it's just the foiling on the cards themselves, which they have like just a hard time distinguishing which one is which. So I guess that's a Magic the Gathering W, I guess. But anyway, so all in all, there wasn't any information that was like really groundbreaking. I think all the new information was pretty much what we already knew, just in some different angles and some different variations. However, there was one thing that did come out of this. The company that created the CT scanner are opening up a service where you could submit your own boxes or sealed product, and they could scan it for you for a fee.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
This right here is where people, I think, were going crazy, because the argument of people needing $10,000 to buy a scanner and have all this knowledge was kind of like thrown out of the window. I don't think that even matters as a whole, regardless of it being a very low entry point to, I guess, try to scam people. It's not going to even happen. Let's say in the hypothetical scenario, somebody sends an Evolving Skies booster box to get scanned and found out all the good hits, right? What then? Sell the ones that don't have hits? That's literally what people are doing right now with weighing. Nothing really changes. The only thing that actually changes is the scammer now has more information on the packs that he was already going to keep from the very beginning. So it's like a catch-22. You're going to get scammed either way. Now just imagine this. You send a Twilight Masquerade booster box to get scanned, which is $65. Now just imagine if it was scanned and you realize there's just nothing crazy in the box. There was no SIR Greninja inside there. You're down now $65, even if you sell it for market price on eBay, knowing full well that there is no good hits inside. But what if he opens up the box and take the packs that has the hits in them and just sell the rest? brother, you just explain weighing. That's what people are already doing. I don't understand how this is such a hard thing to grasp. Like, people are already doing this on eBay. This is nothing new. The only thing that is changing is that the scammer has more knowledge on the packs that he was gonna keep either way. And my good friend Shinyvert actually asked me something pretty interesting. And he says, what about a first edition box that has a guaranteed Charizard in it? Now, I kind of agreed that this would probably be a premium. But at that point, that's not even scamming to begin with. That's just literally notifying the customer on what's inside. So yeah, there could definitely be a premium on it. But again, just like how there is a premium on heavy packs as well. And again, this is also under the pretense of the packs being listed as scanned and having all the hits labeled in the description or whatnot. Now, here's also the thing. If a person buys a pack that has a guaranteed card listed, why just not get the single? So now you kind of get why I don't think people are actually going to list the cards that are scanned inside the packs. Like, there's no point, because again, people are just gonna go on eBay, find the single that they want, and just buy it. There's no point of creating this crazy premium on a pack knowing full well of the card that's inside. And listen, I'm not trying to deny the fact that people are gonna scam using this. That's inevitable, if they have the resources, of course. But I just don't see how this is a better alternative than weighing packs. The person that was scanning all the packs were always going to keep the hollow hits to begin with. So the only thing that's actually changing is the scammer's knowledge. So all in all, I think people are actually overreacting about this whole thing. Like, for example, look at all these comments on OKJLove's video. This is depressing. I hate people. Dogs would never ruin your life like this. Honestly, that was pretty funny. I can't wait for the negative feedback on eBay. He must have CT scanned this Twilight Masquerade box with no Greninja. Catch 'em All Collectibles is a very reputable eBay seller. If you're gonna buy stuff, you should get that from reputable sellers to begin with. Like, you shouldn't go on Facebook Marketplace and buy a case of Pokemon boxes from a guy that has like 2 reviews and no good feedback. So if you're getting scammed doing that, honestly, that's more of a you problem than the scammer problem at that point. People fear everything so much. It's just, come on, just like chill out for a second. It's not the end of the world here. It's fine, bro. It's fine. Just buy from reputable people, reputable sources, and you'll be fine. They're not gonna scan your packs.
All I can do right now is put on a brave face and go out there and be their leader.
It's over. We are screwed.
And something to make very clear, I condemn this scanner to be used for bad purposes or ill intent. As you probably already guessed, that's like a freaking no-brainer. That's something like even a blue-haired liberal would say. Even if this does become a bigger issue in the future, which again, I'm kind of skeptical of, but even if it does, I feel like the Pokemon company would eventually step in and prevent this from being used with their modern packs at least. But I do recognize why people are so afraid for their vintage packs and how that could affect them. But in my opinion, I see this no more than just an advanced weighing method, to be honest. It essentially doesn't matter if you're gonna get scammed with weighing or scanning, you're gonna get scammed either way. And I stick with what I said before because I actually do have a bright outlook on this, and it might be just me being like optimistic about things, but I honestly think this scanner can be used for good purposes. But all in all, only time will tell. I do not have a definitive answer. I'm not a freaking fortune teller. All I'm saying is that you guys should just chill out for a second, look at the objective facts, and just see how things progress. And not to mention, the whole thing about this company, Industrial Inspection, having a service where you could send your own stuff, I think that's absolute dog shit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Honestly, I think they should probably take that down if they know what's good for them. Overall, it'll probably do more bad than good. If you want to get something good out of this, I think just give it to the right companies, the right people that will actually put this to good use and prevent this from being used for bad. You know, with great power comes great responsibility, as the great Spider-Man would say. And listen, I'm not a freaking fortune teller. I can't definitively say what's gonna actually happen. But all I'm gonna say is we live in freaking crazy times. That's pretty much the whole gist of it. Anyway, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you later, weebs.
でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化する